Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Christ is risen, indeed he is risen. Christos Voskrese, Vaistinu Voskrese. Christos Anesti, Alephos Anesti. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. I am, of course, Rida Laza. Today is the 1st of May. We have 2 entries from here, one of which also has an entry in the group chat, which I will read for you, and then there's also a second entry that's only in the group chat, so I will read those out for you. Our first saint of the day is Saint Asaph, and he is from the 6th century. Saint Asaph was the second abbot bishop of the monastery and diocese now called Saint Asaph in Denbighshire in northern Wales, and its first native Welshman to hold that position. Prior to his consecration as bishop, he had been a disciple of Saint Kentigern Mungo, who is commemorated on the 13th of January, during the latter's exile in Wales. Whilst abbot, Saint Asaph governed close to 1,000 monks, many of whom served the diocese parishes. Nothing more is definitely known on this saint, including the exact year of his repose. Our second saint of the day is Saint Sila, also known as Saint Kelach, and he is from the 6th century as well. I'm going to read the entry in the book first, then I will read the entry from the group chat. It is generally believed that Saint Kelach was a disciple of Saint Kieran of Clonmacnoise, who's commemorated on the 9th of September. He served as the first bishop of Killala in County Mayo in Ireland, though he resigned his see and ended his life as a hermit. It is possible that he may have been martyred, though the limited information that exists on this saint is full of discrepancies, and it is possible his existence is apocryphal. Saint Kelach, and now we will read his entry from the group chat. Saint Kelach of Killala, also known as Kelach or Celsus, was a bishop of Killala in Ireland during the 6th century. He was a disciple of Saint Kieran of Clonmacnoise and became the bishop of Killala during the reign of Tuathal Melgarb, who ruled from AD 533 to AD 544. In the later years, Celsus, because that's probably the easiest thing for me as a Brit to pronounce, retired from his position as bishop to live as a hermit, where he is believed to have built a hermitage on an island called Edgar in Lochcon, where he lived in complete seclusion. Some records list him as a martyr, though the exact circumstances of his death are not clear. Our final entry is Saint Brioc, and this is an entry that only exists in the church's group chat. In this entry I only have the group chat in because it's not actually in the book, so... Saint Brioc, a 5th century Welsh holy man who became the first abbot of Saint Brioc in Brittany. He is one of the 7 founder saints of Brittany. He came from Ceredigion, where the church at Llandiffrog was originally dedicated to him. He received his education in Ireland and then studied under Germanus of Auxerre. He is believed to have spent time at Rothsay on the Isle of Bute in Scotland, where a church was dedicated to him and his name was commemorated in the annual St. Brioc's Fair. He most likely returned to France early in 431, accompanied by Iltud. In 480, he settled in Armorica and founded a monastery at Llandabaran. He then travelled to Upper Brittany, where he established a church at Saint Brioc de Vaux. between St. Malo and Land Trigger, where he eventually became the abbot of a monastery. One of the more enduring legends of St. Brioc tells of his later years when, already aged, he was travelling in a cart joyfully singing hymns alongside a group of monks. Suddenly they were encircled by a pack of wolves. While the monks fled in fear, Brioc remained calm and resolute. With great serenity he raised his hand in blessing and made the sign of the cross. The wolves, it is said, bowed before him in reverence. For his humility, courage, and especially his charity, St. Brioc is honoured as the patron saint of purse makers, a fitting tribute of one who gave generously and feared nothing, not even wolves. Authorities differ as to the date of Brioc's death, but it was probably in 502, or in the early years of the 6th century. He died in his own monastery at Brioc de Vaux, and was interred in his cathedral church dedicated to St. Stephen. He apparently has a Troparion, which I will leave for you all in thinking. The only thing is, I don't know what the tone is, because the tone isn't listed, but O holy Brioc, enlightener of the lands of Wales and Brittany, with miracles thou didst preach Christ in thy life, and in death thy fragrance proclaim thy glory. Pray to Christ our God that our souls may be saved. I don't know what tone it is, or mode, depending on what you prefer, but I'll leave that in the description for you all. For anybody that wants to sing that, or, well, chant it, forgive me. May those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. I hope you all had a very blessed day. I love you all. God bless you all, and amen.